Hello everybody and welcome back to the Scrapyard. We are going to be talking about this new kit reveal right here, the Queen Amidala kit reveal. Now, I understand that most of you have already watched Arnold's video, or Rapid Fever's video, or AP Gaines' live stream, or whoever is out there that has uploaded a video by the time that I am uploading this video. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with the Queen here. The Queen. I'm sure you guys know how this is going to work, but we're not going to go too far in depth on that. Today we're going to give a brief overview, in case you haven't seen that, brief overview of the character, and also, how do I think this is going to impact the game? There's going to be a few things that change around with team compositions, I believe. There's going to be a few things that maybe point to a few other things coming in the later in the year, so we're going to be talking about that a bit in this video. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, do all the other stuff I'm supposed to tell you to do if you want more friends. This is a proven statistic that if you like and subscribe, you will have more friends. So do that, and let's get into this. So basically, if you don't already know, a new Qui-Gon and a new Padawan Obi-Wan are going to be coming, and they're going to be with her team. She's going to have Grand Arena Omicrons, not Conquest, and she is a Conquest character. She doesn't have Conquest Omicrons, so that's kind of the deal here. She has the decoy mechanic. She gives out tons and tons and tons of buffs and debuffs, and out the wazoo basically is just constantly slowing and shutting down the enemy team, while also giving her team a lot more synergy, buffs, power, etc. So she's giving a lot of buffs, debuffs. She's got an AoE. She's got a the decoy mechanic calls in the summon that taunts, and that'll be really annoying. And then they'll just shut you down your team while you can't get around the taunt. So currently, that's kind of what the basics of her kit is. It's a lot of big words. It's a lot of complicated stuff. And again, I'm sure you've already seen someone else already talk about this, or you've read it yourself and you understand. So we're not going to go too far in depth on this kit reveal today. But what I would like to do is I would like to take a look at this here. What kind of things can we look at for the rest of her squad? Because obviously what we know is Queen Amidala is going to have Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan most likely. But there's two other slots here. What are going to go in those two other slots? We're going to talk about that right now. So first, before we can talk about what is likely to be in the team, let's talk about what's most unlikely. So in Queen Amidala's kit, she specifically calls out Galactic Republic, Galactic Legends. Oh my god. So Galactic Legends are called out as not being synergized with her very well. And so do Scoundrels, meaning Cat also is a Galactic Republic Scoundrel, so that doesn't really work too well with there. And all of the synergy seems to be a lot of Galactic Republic stuff, so just other normal light side or normal Scoundrel stuff will probably not work very well. So we're not touching any light side, we're not touching any Galactic Legends, and we're not touching Scoundrels. So we got to get that out of the way. So let's talk about some other teams here that really she doesn't want to pull away from. So we're having a new Qui-Gon come to the game, and we're having a new Obi-Wan come to the game, and I can guarantee it's because they don't want to rip apart the other teams that are already made from these characters. People already have Qui-Gon already upgraded, and he has a use. GK doesn't fit lore-wise in with the Queen Amidala, and already has uses. So they're adding new characters in for those spots. So Qui-Gon, the Omicron here, they're not really going to take away from this team. This is kind of one of your stereotypical teams. You can sub in Ahsoka Tano for a lot of other Galactic Republic Jedi, but mainly the core here is these first three, really this four. If you have Ki-Adi-Mundi, you kind of put Ki-Adi-Mundi on Qui-Gon. At least that's an option anyways. So that's a rough Qui-Gon team. This is a rough Jedi Master Kenobi team for Grand Arena. GK with Cat, obviously we already covered that you can't replace those two and put them onto the Queen Amidala team, but Grandmaster Yoda, Mace Windu, and Ahsoka Tano also kind of fit in that category. Ahsoka Tano is in both of them because she can kind of float around and do her own thing. So just some options for her. So some other characters I think that are extremely unlikely, I kind of repeated here. Qui-Gon, we're already getting a new Qui-Gon. There's no way this Qui-Gon is also going to be on that team. The 501st, they're not going to pull 501st characters off. That doesn't make any sense lore-wise. That doesn't make any sense game-wise, because you already have them with Gas. You already have them with other just clone troopers in general. Excuse me. And it just doesn't make sense. Same thing with Bad Batch. You're not going to pull a Bad Batch away for a Queen Amidala team. That doesn't make any sense. C-3PO, I don't think is going to be a home for her, but I think it could work. I mean, obviously helps out a lot, but his home right now is CLS, and he is one of those characters you can plug and play in multiple different teams, but I don't think his permanent home is going to be on a Queen Amidala team. And last up, we have Kiadimundi. This is another... this is not a conquest. This is a territory war unit, and we're already having a conquest unit, so I don't know if they're going to try and put too much synergy in between the two. Again, this might be a C-3PO scenario where, like, maybe it would work, but Kiadimundi has another place with the Qui-Gon or floating around, kind of, which is, you know, very contradictory to what I'm trying to say here, but I don't think they're going to put another gated character behind a conquest unit team. So I don't think this is how that's going to end up. I think it's possible that some of these characters are on there. These all have moderate uses, and this would help people farm Kelleran Beck, although he wouldn't be the leader, so a lot of his stats wouldn't be as helpful. But I guess it's something to think about. Luminar Unduli, I don't know about this one either, but it would make her a little bit more usable. Everyone is talking about Cup right now being a part of this team, because then Cup would actually have a use in the game. Same thing with Aayla Secura. She's just a requirement for JMK, and so maybe this would be a home for her. And Plo Koon has a great ship, but he's not a great character, so perhaps Aayla Secura and Plo Koon get Omicrons or reworks, and perhaps they kind of fit onto this Queen Amidala team. That could make sense, I suppose, but I'm not sure if that's the most likely thing. What I think is likely is if we take a look at Shaak Ti and Barriss Offee. So let's take a look and take a guess at what we think this Queen Amidala team is going to do. Obviously, we already know what Queen Amidala is. She's going to be pumping buffs, and she's going to be having a tank with her with the summon, and she's going to be picking off your team slowly one by one until you can't do anything about it. Master Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan, we don't know, but I assume young Obi-Wan will be an attacker. And my guess is either that Qui-Gon is a support or attacker for this team as well. So what are we missing here? Shaak Ti, she's just kind of a nice plug-and-play viable Jedi. I think she would fit nicely onto this team, although it might be a little bit broken. I don't know. Obviously, this is hard to say. We don't have the rest of these characters yet. This is just a rough guess. And then Barriss Offee, she's, again, one of those plug-and-play Jedi that kind of don't really have a specific home yet, but it's Galactic Republic. We don't really, well, let me say, as far as we know, we don't have any healers on this team, and it wouldn't really make a lot of sense for either of Qui-Gon or Obi-Wan to be healers. So I think Barriss Offee might be a healer on the team. I mean, could you imagine that if, like, your Obi-Wan dies, and then you get your queen to taunt with the summon, and then you revive your Obi-Wan and keep attacking? I mean, that'd be a brutal combo. So I think a healer on here could be really, really cool. So that's just my idea of the Queen Amidala team. Now, again, this is just me shooting the shit. I'm sitting down just having fun with you guys, talking about ideas here, looking at other farms. So if you guys have any other ideas for farms in the future, please do let me know. I would love to hear what you guys are thinking about this in the comment section. I'm very excited for Queen Amidala and Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. I think it's a little bit weird that Queen Amidala or Qui-Gon is coming. I understand why. I feel like they could have done someone else. They could have had Panaka or something instead. But, I mean, lore reasons, it makes sense to have Qui-Gon with Obi-Wan. So, okay. That's my review of the Queen Amidala character and what kind of things we can expect from that. What is this pushing us in the direction to? Okay, so now we have a Conquest unit. We have a Conquest unit for the Galactic Republic, and we have Trench for the Separatists. So that's the two opposing sides have recently gotten those units. We already have a Galactic Republic and Separatist fleet, but I really still do think that one of them is going to get a fleet this year. And if they don't, it's going to be something we can't guess. It's going to be something super random that really wouldn't make a lot of sense from what we're getting in the game right now. That's far out. So we can't really accurately speculate that right now is my guess. Again, I really do think that Admiral Trench's capital ship is going to be coming next. The Separatists desperately need more ship variety in the game, and they need more ships in general. Just having Geos with the Vulture Droid and Hyena Bomber is so lame. The Separatists have so many more cool ships. I think that Admiral Trench would make a lot of sense here. I also have heard Newt Gunray's Lucrehulk. I think that's an amazing idea. Because if we did the Invisible Hand, or if we did Admiral Trench, then you're locking. So if we did Admiral Trench, you're locking a new ship behind a Conquest unit that nobody really likes, which is kind of good because it makes the Conquest unit useful, but also you're getting it behind a Conquest unit. And if you have the Invisible Hand, you have General Grievous with malevolence already, so you'd have to put like Count Dooku as the pilot of the Invisible Hand, which I don't think is unreasonable. It just isn't accurate lore-wise. They've already done that with Leviathan though, so we could see that happen with the Invisible Hand having Count Dooku being the pilot. But I really do think that they're gonna add one of these ships. Nuke Gunray's Lucre Hulk would be great in here. They have the Tri-Fighter droid. They have the little droid transfer. It's the droid gunship. That's what it's called. They have those. They have normal Umbaran fighters. Besides fives, they have. There's so many things you can do with this faction, and they're just not optimizing it. So, if I had to point to a ship, I think it'd be that. But I think what is most interesting is that this is continuing on our trend towards Darth Tyrannus Galactic Legend. I saw a few people talking about this after the announcement, and I'm still on that Tyrannus train, bro. I really, really think Tyrannus could still be the next GL. We're getting a new Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon was Count Dooku's apprentice, and Obi-Wan is his apprentice, and if we have Queen Amidala tying those characters together, I mean, especially if we get a Separatist capital ship this year too, which, fingers crossed. I really don't think we're going to get a Resolute because we already have 2 Venators. So, fingers crossed, if we do end up getting a new Separatist ship that's also pointing us in the direction of a GL Darth Tyrannus, which I would love, man. I've been calling it for months at this point, and fingers crossed that it comes to fruition. I think Palpatine would be really cool as like a Separatist GL. I think he could be a Galactic Republic and a Separatist GL. That'd be cool. But the thing is that he already has a GL, and I think these are supposed to be like the ultimate versions of these characters. So if they did like a hooded Dooku, I think that'd be just super cool. Or they could do the armor Dooku, or even better, pajama Dooku. But they're not going to do that for Galactic Legends. So I don't know. I think that that's where they're kind of pointing us in the direction to. I really think GL Dooku is on the way. I think that we're going to have some floater Galactic Republic Jedi characters find a home with Galactic, not Galactic Republic, or Galactic Legend. Oh my god. There's so many Galactics out there. With Queen Amidala, I think that that's where some of those characters will go. I think a healer is a good idea, but that's me having thought about it for 30 seconds after briefly reading the kit. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section. This is not me suggesting you go out and farm all these characters right now. This is just having fun. That's what my channel is all about, is having fun and figuring stuff out together. So that's what I'm thinking about this. Let me know what you guys think. Are you going for Queen Amidala? I probably am going to be grinding Bane rather than Queen Amidala just because I don't have the characters needed for Queen Amidala yet. But I'm excited to see what she can do. So another little PSA. This is for all of you that have made it to the end of the video. Yeah, this video is over now. You don't have to watch this part, but tomorrow, from when this video is going up, is my birthday. So tomorrow, I upload every day. Tomorrow, I'm taking a day off, unless we have more news like this, which is super unlikely considering they dropped it today. So I'm going to take the day off. I'm an old man now, so I need to start working and getting in the retirement home. So thank you for watching. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.